Oké, even
in de roll komen. Ja.
Ja.
Dat moet ik even zachter.
This might not be the right time to say it, but if you're not into bells and whistles, then this is not the video for you. We're kind of too far down the rabbit hole now.
Maybe do this like a thing in before.
Good morning, or afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. I'm Fleur, and welcome back to my little corner of the internet. I'm really glad that you're here, and I hope that you're well. Today, I have a very special guest. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Wijnanda Stofe, and I'm here with Fleur today.
Today I wanted to do another episode, if you will, of My Friend Tries ASMR, because we realized that we are both fans of ASMR, and so I think that this would be the perfect video for you to relax to, for us to relax to. We're just going to enjoy some ASMR sounds, talk about what ASMR means to us maybe, and just see where it takes us. So, get cozy, get comfortable. Get cozy, get comfortable. And let's get into it. I think that it would be really fun if you want to tell us a little bit more about who you are and what you do as your job, passions, things like that, because I know and I love it. I've talked about you before.
Yes. Oh my god.
And I think that it will be fun for the people to know. So,
yeah, so
who are you?
Yes. Now, my name is Wijnanda, and we know each other through the internet. And I'm a singer, and I give sound healings. I give yin yoga classes and also strength body training. But my main focus is music. And so
Was the first time that we met in your sound healing?
Yeah.
It's so funny because I've known about you for such a long time before then.
Because you sent me a voice memo that you wanted to come, and you're like, I've been following you for a while. I was like, who is this girl? This is so cute.
I was like a fan.
I was like, me? You were following me?
Yes. Because I know Storm, and I made music with him.
That's why.
And he follows you, and I think that because I was in such a music algorithm with people from the same group, I guess.
Yeah, I think
and
so.
You were kind of in that rotation. And then I saw your page and all the things that you were doing. I was so intrigued because you just, I don't know, you seem so confident, and calming. And I was like, I'm obsessed with her.
You're gonna make me blush, girl. So yeah, we met because I was organizing a women's circle evening connected to the divine feminine energy. Yes, and it was a sound healing, and I didn't know you, and you just got a ticket, I think.
Yeah,
and then
I think so.
I saw you there, and the rest is history.
Yeah, the rest is history.
That we've been supporting each other, and then I started watching your videos. Because I've been watching ASMR since I was, 15 or so, with the OG
Who
ASMR
are your
artists.
how did you find ASMR, and who were your OG artists?
I think I really found it by accident, and it wasn't really a thing yet.
Was it the Whisper community still? Did it really
no.
not have a name?
No. I think it didn't have a name yet. So I think the first person I saw was Fanny Fiddy Vulpus or something. I really don't know. She's not making anything anymore. But it was, I don't know. I don't even remember what she was doing. I think she was showing her bag or something.
Love that.
Yeah.
Favorite videos.
Yeah, showing her bag. And I think she was also doing a haircut. What is it called? Like a
Role play?
Like a role play, yeah. And I was like, what is this? Why am I so relaxed? And I recognized the feeling because when I was in school and I used to like be in class and there would be like a person next to me like doodling on paper.
Yeah.
It would relax me so much. I would go into like a trance watching it. So I remember that feeling, and I saw a video once and I was like, oh, this feels so calming and relaxing and I want more of this. What is this? And then I think one of my favorites is ASMR Request, because she was doing like
what was her name again?
Ellie.
Yes. Oh my god, I remember.
Yeah, and she was doing like...
Does she still make videos?
Every now and then.
Yeah, she took a break.
Yeah, she quit her main channel and she started over on another channel.
Did she have a video where she went to a museum about... I don't know if you have seen that or remember that, but she did something with photography and stuff, like in a museum.
Oh no,
I don't. A lot of like cool props.
I'm going to tell you about an experience I had recently.
She used, and I was like, what is this?
I don't know, I don't remember that one. I am quite a diehard fan of hers, but like my favorite is when she was just like doing her makeup, like very basic, doing her makeup, and it was like I could just watch it over and over and over again.
Those are the best ones.
Yeah,
you can watch on a loop.
Yeah,
and it doesn't get old.
And it was also like she was doing some experimental stuff with like a little bit of a sci-fi twist or something, like going into space, and it was really cool.
Do you remember the phase where I remember that there was like kind of a phase where people were doing 360 ASMR?
Yeah, I was
like,
not
all around you.
Were you into that?
No,
me
but
neither.
it was like, it's so crazy.
Yeah, it was like
crazy era.
Yeah, and they were like collaborating, like all these ASMR artists were. Was it Heather Feather also?
I think so. And then Gentle Whispering.
Yeah.
It's so funny that we have like a collective. Like, I know a lot of people who are watching like have that experience of watching that era and not talking to anybody about ASMR probably.
Yeah.
Did you share it with friends?
I was like embarrassed a lot of the times. I didn't tell anyone. And I remember going to London for...
I'm sorry guys if you can hear my stomach, because I have no control over it and I don't have earplugs, so I can't hear it. You're gonna have to deal with it.
It's fine. What was I saying? Oh, I remember I had to go to London for school for like a month, and I was like,
you had to go to London.
But I was so anxious about it because I could never sleep properly. Yeah. Okay. And then I like downloaded these ASMR. I think it's probably like illegal that I did that, but
we're not gonna tell you.
Like we didn't have Wi-Fi there, so I knew, oh my god, how am I gonna survive? Yeah. So I think I downloaded a few videos, and I remember I was like in the bed when I was sharing a bed with my classmate, and I was like underneath the sheets like watching ASMR to calm my mind to go to sleep, and I was so embarrassed. And then I think I found out from a schoolmate that she was watching ASMR as well, because on Instagram you can see who is following someone. And then I sent her a message like, oh my god, do you watch ASMR? And she's like, oh my god, you watch it too.
That's so sweet. It's like discovering the secret world together. Yeah. Like, oh my god, you're in on this.
But I don't have any friends who watch it. Really? Like, no friends.
No. Well, you have one.
Yes.
No, yes.
I have like an ASMR artist friend.
Yeah. But I remember that because you were saying like that you watched ASMR was for me as well. Like, oh my god, you watch ASMR. You know what it is. Yeah. Because it's really... Because obviously now I talk to a lot more people about ASMR as a thing. And I think that if you're just watching ASMR, like it would never really come up in conversation. No. It's not really that much of a topic. But because it's now like what I do, I talk to a lot of people about it. And so it's so 50-50 on who knows it or who doesn't. And some people like know it vaguely from kids' videos, slime videos. Oh, and other people are like, that's a sexual thing. And some people are like, I fucking love ASMR. Yeah.
It's like, exactly.
Yeah, but it's like this world that you open when someone is like, I watch ASMR. Like, when you get it.
But it's so interesting if somebody doesn't watch ASMR but knows about it. They always have like a certain view on it. Yeah. Like, exactly, like, but that's kind of sexual. Or isn't it just like I cringe when people have mouth sounds, so it's not
Yeah.
for me. And like, well, there's like different niches that you can go into.
There's so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I always compare it to like, if you enjoy being in a tent and when it rains, if you enjoy that feeling,
That gave
you'll-
me chills when you described it. Like, not even in an ASMR way, I think, but like,
like that feeling, right? Like if you're into that, like that's
Yeah.
it. Like that's like a perfect description of what it is. Or when you go to a hairdresser and like the soft hair, like that's what it feels like.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you think, because I think about this a lot, where I try to think of moments where I felt ASMR, and I always think about when I hear a really good song, how it gives me a physical reaction, like music will give me chills as well. And I looked it up, and it says that it's not connected to each other, but I'm like, how are those two experiences not the same thing? I can't imagine that it's not the same thing, but do you feel like it's the same or different?
I think I experience them differently because music is really moving me, and I don't think that ASMR is making me emotional.
No, that makes sense.
It's really soothing,
Yeah.
and there are certain types of music that are really soothing, but I think I experience them differently.
Yeah,
But
it
I
could
get
be
what you're
like that,
saying as
yeah.
well. Like I get that for you, it might be that it triggers the same response.
It's like, because I don't get tingles that often. Like I don't get tingles that often, and I don't know what that means to everyone, you know, because it's very different feeling, I think, for
Yes,
everyone.
yeah.
So like, what's a tingle? What the fuck is a tingle?
Yeah. I see these videos also if you're like tingle numb or something.
Yeah,
like
tingle
this is going
immunity.
to tingle immunity. Yeah, exactly.
But I more so get, if I get tingles, I get chills, maybe. But I generally just feel calm. So I don't. And some people feel like they're like, I wish I could open my head and put like fizzy drinks inside. Like that's what it feels like.
Oh yeah.
And I don't feel that way. But I do get chills, and I get chills when I listen to really good music. But then it's more of an emotional thing.
Yeah.
So like, where do they intertwine and where are they different?
I really don't know.
Maybe I should know this, but anyway.
Well, maybe you don't have to know.
Just feel it.
Just feel it. It's both good. Good music, good ASMR.
That's true. So speaking of music,
Yeah.
what kind of music do you make?
I make.
Could you describe it?
Yeah, I make neo soul, jazz, R&B, and it always has a certain sound healing aspect to it. So I created an album.
I'll put it in the description box.
And this album is like a combination of neo soul, jazz, R&B, and it forms a sort of bridge between music and healing, because I think music is the ultimate way to heal. And yeah, I believe that if you use certain frequencies in your music, if you use certain frequencies, it can heal certain aspects of your being. And that's what this album is about. It's called The Healing Journey. So
It's so gorgeous. I think I've talked about this in a video, in like a rambly video, but you did a show, your album release show.
yeah, pre-release.
Yeah, your pre-release.
Yeah.
And I'll insert some footage if you have it, and
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
send it over. I can insert that, but it was such a unique ambiance that you created, and it felt like being in your living room.
Yeah,
While we were in it, yeah. And like at the same time, it was a concert, but it really felt so collective, the experience, and I could not recommend checking it out more, of course. Do you want to talk about the songs that are on the album, and
Yeah.
then do you want to make some sounds that you maybe incorporated? I don't know.
Yes, of course. Yeah, so every song is tied or resonates to a chakra. So there are 7 songs, but every song also has a sort of sound healing track tied to it. So you could listen to the songs like in your car, like just enjoy like your R&B style song. But if you want to go a layer deeper, you can listen to the album from start to finish as a meditative journey, going through every layer of yourself, eventually coming home to yourself at the end. And so the first track that I released is called Let the Healing Begin. Let the healing begin. And that song is tied to the sacral chakra. And it really talks about like releasing what you don't need anymore, and also feeling the guidance from and yes, from your ancestors. Exactly.
Guided by ancestral love.
Oh my god, you know the lyrics. Fuck yeah.
Are you kidding?
It's like the most flattering thing. I feel like sometimes I'm doing like this cycling class. I'm giving the classes, and I incorporated one track, and then I hear people singing, and I get chills when people know the lyrics. It's like the biggest compliment ever.
Someone one time said like your music or like your Spotify with the 2 songs that I've released, like you were ended up on my favorite artist, or like you're in my Wrapped or whatever. I'm like, what the fuck? Or like people did a cover of it.
They did. Yeah, that's like so cute.
Girl, I know the words.
Yeah. But the song is like tied to watery element. So the elements that I put in there is like.
If you watch my videos, I have one of these. Can you talk about what this is?
Well,
do you know what it's made of?
No, tell me.
I don't know what this is, but the bigger one is Pangi seed.
Oh wow!
And it's like something that is buried for a while, and then it's the pit of the nut and the fruit. Like, it's a whole thing. Yeah, I had no idea what it was.
But I just found this somewhere, and when I heard it, I was like, "This is like so representative of the water element."
Yeah.
So
it's like a little stream.
Yeah. Like it also reminds me of Pocahontas.
Yes.
Who's that singer also that did the soundtrack for Pocahontas?
Oh, I don't remember.
I think she was like Miss Universe.
Cool.
And
shout out Miss Universe.
Shout out to her. And this is also. So yeah, this one.
Kind of, yeah.
So it just sounds as if you're moving in water, which I really like.
Yeah, like having your hands.
Yeah. And so every song on the album is really like immersive, bringing you into that energy. So this song that I was talking about is allowing emotions to be there, allowing to let go and also purify you, because that's what water does. It's like it carries
cleansing.
Emotion and it's cleansing. Yeah.
Because you have a music video, and there's a ritual that you've shown in. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah.
Because I cried when I saw that.
Me too.
Like, yeah, I know. That's why I cried, I think. It was so beautifully done, because it looked so intimate, but in an open space, and your mom was in the video.
Yeah.
What's the ritual? Can I wait?
Yeah, so my parents are from Suriname and Indonesia, and in Suriname we have a ritual which is called wasi, and this ritual they perform like a cleansing for children at the ending or the beginning of a new year or a new phase, whatever you're going through, and the parents create like a bath of sweetie watra, which is like sweet water, and they fill it up with
Rose petals?
Yes, flowers, like flower petals, yes, and different types of oils, anything that smells good and brings prosperity, and also with good intention, of course. And then they wash the children with this sweetie watra to bless them for a new year and to wash the negativity away that they don't need anymore. It's very fitting. And so my sister did the creative direction. She's very talented. So we did this together, so it's really like a family project. And in the video, my mother performs this ritual for me, but it wasn't just like the plan was just to
do it for the video.
To do it for the video. But then what happened was the day was just very intimate because the whole family was there. The people that shot the video from Grain House, they were also very invested and really believed in the message of the song and the meaning behind it.
So it was a very safe environment.
Yeah,
nice.
And so we did this shot at the very ending of the day, and it was like overwhelming because my mother was actually speaking like blessing words over me and making her wishes for me while we were filming it. So I got so overwhelmed with emotion, and it was actually like the ritual was real. Like it wasn't fake.
No.
It was actually and it was also so fitting because I was at the start of releasing the music. It wasn't released yet.
And you were also like very like passionate about it and like bursting to get it out.
Yeah, because I really wanted to share like this music is not just for me. Like the meaning behind it is really to bring healing into the world. And like spirituality, like everybody has their own thing, right? And it's not for everybody, because there's like certain thoughts about it, of course, which is normal. But I wanted to make music that really captured the essence of healing.
Yeah.
And so anybody could listen to it.
Yeah, and you'll take something from it.
And you'll feel it.
Yeah.
No matter what.
Yeah.
So that's why, and so it felt like an initiation video. So it was very special.
Yeah.
Long answer to a short question.
Okay. We're here to yap. All the people who watch these videos, like they're here for the yapping.
Okay, that's good.
At least if I read my comments correctly, let me know if you don't want yapping. But do you want to talk about the singing bowl?
Yes. So every song has a tuning to the song, and that means that on every track there is a certain singing bowl constantly in the back of the music, and this is what creates the healing frequency of the song. So
which song was this?
Let me see. This is the heart.
Okay.
So the song that incorporates this singing bowl is called Trust in Me, and it is about trusting yourself and opening your heart, being ready to receive, because in this world we give so much. I know you do too. And the loving energy inside of your heart is endless, but sometimes you just have to open up to it, and that's what this song is about.
Nice. Do you want to hum a little bit of it? Like,
yeah, of course.
Is this one out already?
No, it's not out.
Oh.
And I think I performed this song like in a church for the very first time, and everybody was singing along because there's a part in there that goes no, 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 no. You remember,
yes.
Right? And it's so beautiful to hear everybody sing together, but also like seeing that they're singing for themselves.
Yeah.
Like it's so liberating.
Once again, they gave me chills. Stop saying fun things. Wholesome things.
So yeah, this is one of the singing bowls, and if you're a music nerd, It's tuned in F. But,
Someone's gonna be relieved by you explaining that.
but if you're gonna look it up, if it's in F, it's gonna be tuned to 432 hertz. So it's not in 440. And that's also a thing about the album. Like commercial music or music in general is tuned to 440 hertz. So if you like tune your guitar here, or in, let's say, China, it would always be the same tuning because it's in 440. But this album and all the singing bowls are tuned to 432. And there's like a whole conspiracy theory about it.
Yeah, like the healing frequency.
Yeah, and you can go really deep into it. And well,
Are you deep into it?
well, at first I was. I still am, but I'm not being so uptight about it. Yeah. So at first I was really like, when I really started getting into sound healing, being very like, the sounds have to be pure, and I still feel like that, but I also believe that the intention behind the music is also what's making it pure. So if a piano is tuned to 440, I'm not gonna say no to the piano. It's just that the whole band.
I'm not gonna play with that.
Yeah. But for this album, if we go live, the whole band does have to tune it down a little bit. Yeah. Otherwise, the singing bowls wouldn't sound nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Funny. It works that way. I never thought of it that way. That the hertz would impact the tune, which is very basic music.
Yeah, but also if you go onto like Spotify, you have these healing frequencies now that say like, I don't know, they have like these different hertzes that do different things for your brain, and that's the knowledge behind it. And I'm really interested in that.
Yeah. I listen to those frequencies as well, like through YouTube. Jason Stevenson has a channel, like a meditation channel, and he does a lot of like healing frequency music.
I don't know.
It's so relaxing.
Oh,
I'll send it. Yes,
link in the bio.
Like he posts pretty much every day.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, I really want to learn more about this, but it's like, where do you learn this stuff? You know?
You ask.
Yeah, you ask. Yeah, exactly. So
yeah,
well, I learned this because I used to study like jazz music at the conservatory, but it was not about this at all. No. So I learned about basic music there.
Like the technical aspect.
Yeah, but the spiritual side and the healing side of it really just came from being interested in this and feeling and connecting to my grandparents and my parents and their history of spirituality.
I was gonna ask because you told me one time you were at my place in Nijmegen and you were like, I've always known to release energy when I enter a space. Like you were explaining like how that was always kind of a part. Yeah. Like has there always been spirituality in your whole life?
Yeah, it was actually brought to us more in a way of like being superstitious about things. If you're Indonesian, you might know what I'm talking about.
Is that a whole thing?
Yeah, because there's like certain things that you don't do. Like for instance, for Suriname people, for especially girls, they would say when you come home late, let's say around 12 or something, you don't enter the door facing with your face towards the door. You open the door and you walk in backwards. So you know nothing evil will follow you.
Okay.
So it's like these things
that's something that I would be superstitious about. Definitely. Like, it makes sense.
It's like,
so did you do that?
Yeah, I did.
Do you still do that?
No, not always. No. But one superstition of, I don't know if it's like, this is more of like I don't know if this is a ritual, but also at the end of the year, you have to clean your house. You cannot enter a new year without a clean house. Stuff like this. Or when you are at a new place and there's somebody there that you don't really trust or know, you don't let them pour your drink.
That's what you said as well. Like if you don't trust someone, don't let them pour your coffee or tea.
Yeah. So
that's crazy. She let me pour her tea.
Yes.
And me do it now.
You can pour my tea any day.
Oh my god, back at you. Or cacao.
Or cacao.
We should have that.
Have you ever done cacao before?
I always associate it with just hot chocolate, but then without sugar, maybe. I'm like, what is the difference? I haven't ever done or had ceremonial cacao.
Oh no.
No, I've wanted to try it.
Yeah,
Can you explain, like,
yeah.
what it is, what it does?
So, I have a friend, Eva, from Retreat Food. She sells...
Shout out, Eva.
Shout out to Eva. She does like lots of amazing things, but she has her own cacao blends that she makes. Yeah, with like ashwagandha and chaga, and then she has like this love blend or relax. And I think I really got to experience my first true cacao with her in a ceremony. And
does it make you high?
no, it doesn't.
Okay.
No.
I was like, I know that it doesn't.
Well, high on love. High on love. Well, it's a heart opening energy when you drink cacao, especially if it's raw cacao. So the healing properties are there to. Well, what it does is it makes your blood like flow better into the heart. So it really opens and it's really warming. So when you drink cacao in ceremony, you drink it with like intention, you might feel that you get warm inside. And whatever intention you might have, if you do like a ceremony, then it will open up easier to it, so it won't make you high. It's not like truffles or anything.
Ayahuasca cacao.
No, it's nothing like this.
Have you ever done that? Ayahuasca?
No, but I do
Talk
truffle.
about-
I do truffles sometimes. Yeah.
I see that for you.
Yeah. Well, I have like I don't know if I have like an opinion on this. Yeah, I have a certain opinion on this. Like, we really like to bring everything from all over the world here, which is okay. We also have a lot of healing over here. So if you want to do ayahuasca, sure, go ahead, do it. If you feel like it's calling you. But we also have truffle here, which is guiding you inward as well. Yeah. Like, of course, it's a completely different medicine, but we have a lot of stuff here too. Yeah. And that's really why I like to look for those things.
Local.
Yeah.
Things more.
Yeah. And I do truffles sometimes to go like on a journey inward. Yeah. So I never did it like to sit on a couch, like watch Family Guy and just laugh about it. Like, no, I could never do that. Like, I really...
It's more of a spiritual healing experience.
Yes, it's... because it takes like
self-exploratory.
Yeah, it takes like 4 hours.
Yeah. That's a long time.
Yeah, it's a long time. But when it's over, you're always like, oh, is it over already? And like, they say that the different plant medicines have like different spirits. So I heard that ayahuasca is like very like maternal energy, like a motherly energy. And then truffles to me is really childish energy, but in a good way, like, playful, like very pure and innocent, actually. So I've never had a feeling of being unsafe. I always felt like I really wanted to play and see what wanted to come up.
Nice.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Yeah. Cute. So, yeah.
What's that song on your album? I don't know if it's on it, but it's like nam nam nay, nam nay.
Yeah.
Is that the latest one?
Yeah, before Sweet Soul. Like, I released it this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called My Truth.
That's in my head so often.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good. Yeah. It's like the wildest song of the track, like very...
Yeah.
You also hear like lots of screaming in the back.
Yeah, I love that.
It's called My Truth, yeah. You can hear
it's
me.
It's a throat chakra.
Yes. Yeah. So it's about opening the voice, allowing yourself to express yourself without a filter.
Yeah. And that's the one where in the concert you got really angry.
Yeah. Yeah, in the meditation before it. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I got very angry.
Yeah. Love that.
Yeah, I could send you the videos so people know what you're talking about. Yeah. It was really, I've never experienced it like this before. Like I've given a lot of sound healing ceremonies, but they're always very soothing, like very, very.
Yeah.
You're like.
Visual representation of what you do. Yeah, my Nonna, do you know her? She does like that. But sometimes she'll do that.
Yeah, but sometimes, yeah. So this was but I think it was also
feminine rage for you.
Yeah.
Like, what was it?
It was just like the space of the show was so intimate because I was so close to everybody. Usually when you're performing, you're on a stage. Hij zit daar echt als zo'n watcher.
Ja.
Zo'n Egyptische kat.
Ja, hij doet dat ook heel vaak daar voor het raam. Of daar voor het raam, dan zitten wij te eten en dan zit hij daar. Van, my family.
Hij is so cute.
Zal ik hem even pakken?
Ja.
Hoi schatje. Ja.
Oh, zijn tongetje steekt uit. Heet die Tommy?
Ja.
Wat grappig. Ik dacht echt, die zou echt een exotische naam hebben of zo. Hoor je dat?
Cat break. Ja, dan gaat hij weer van me af.
Doet hij zeg maar ook dit zo?
Ja. Oh, mijn dekentjes.
Ook op jou?
Soms. Oh my god. Gisteren had ik hem gewoon zo, vanochtend om 6 uur had ik hem zo op mijn arm en toen ging hij dat hier doen.
Oh mijn god, dat is zo. Oh mijn god, dat is echt the best feeling ever.
Ja, dat is wat. I was asking about the feminine rage energy.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say, I remember that you had quite an emotional start because it was so intimate and it was such a release of, being there.
Yeah.
Did that, was that also part of the anger? Like, what drove the anger?
No, it didn't have anything to do with I was very nervous when I got on stage, I think, and also because my parents were in front.
Yeah.
And the music that I'm making is about healing. And, and it's like, hello, Mom and Dad, let us heal our trauma together here.
You low-key did this.
Yeah.
I don't blame you. But
yeah, but it was like, that was very beautiful. I got to share it with them. But this song, I really don't know what was taking over. It really felt like I was connecting to everybody in the space, feeling their sadness and their anger, and feeling that everybody at one point in their life has had their voice suppressed. I believe everybody experiences this, and there's nothing worse. I mean, of course there are things that are worse, but it's such an awful feeling to be silenced.
Yeah.
And even if you are trying to be heard, like not being heard, like that's like,
it gives rage.
Yeah. And so one of my friends, Karimu, who was playing the didgeridoo, started with the meditation, like the sound healing meditation, and the vibration of the didge was so like intense and like poking through, like really my whole body was like vibrating because I was like right next to it.
Yeah.
And like the intention of the meditation was to open the throat chakra, of course, but it was like a surprise that like it came opened. Yeah, but that this emotion came out, like I was angry, and I like was like I felt really overwhelmed, but also very grounded and supported at the same time.
Strong.
Yeah, it was like I have this beautiful band behind me, and everybody was like so in sync together. Like I felt really supported, like it was okay to express it, and I really felt like, I mean, I hope so, that I got to express what others could not express in that moment. Yeah. So it was, I don't think I will ever have an experience like this again. Like, it will never be like this.
That makes sense. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
Sorry that I keep bringing back a conversation about something that you guys weren't at, because
Well, I'm gonna post the concert online, actually. I'm waiting for it to be mixed.
Yeah.
And the videographer is editing it now, so...
Well, once it's live,
Yeah.
like, I'll share it so people can get in on that.
This was not even prepared. I didn't even tell you this. So, if you want to see some feminine range,
Highly recommend.
highly recommend. Yeah.
Do you want to show any more of the items that you brought? Something that you love, something that you use a lot?
So I have this. You can have one too. Okay. So I don't know if they can hear me when I'm doing this and talking.
Probably not.
Okay, so I'll wait then. So I work at a gym as well, where I teach like yoga and strength training, things like this. And I was doing like a sound healing workshop there, and they put it on the screens. And I was working there, and a man came up to me. He was like, "Are you Vainona?" I was like, "Yes." And he said, "Oh, well, you're doing the sound healing, right? I'm like retiring, like a retired musician, and I'm gonna move with my wife to a smaller house. So I'm putting away a lot of my instruments. If you would like, you can come over and like see if you like anything." So I came there thinking I would have to buy it, of course. And I was like, oh wow, this is beautiful and this is beautiful. And he gave everything for free. Like he was just
So kind.
Yes, so kind, because everything was actually on like Marktplaats, like a website that we sell stuff
Online
at.
marketplace.
Yeah, and then he took it all. He was like, I know it's gonna go to a person that's really gonna honor the instruments,
Yeah.
and this is one of them.
I'm going to get close so that you can see it. This might not be the right time to say it, but if you're not into bells and whistles, then this is not the video for you. We're kind of too far down the rabbit hole now.
Maybe do this like a thing in before.
So this is like 3 sheets of leather stitched together, and then bells on each side.
Yeah. And it came from India, so he would travel with his wife, and he brought this back, and I was just so like, you're giving this to me, yeah.
What are your favorite ASMR triggers?
Oh, the tapping, you can hear it on here. Tapping?
You're gonna hear it after it's posted.
Are you gonna hear this?
You can wait.
Oh, I could check it.
Put these in. Do you hear it?
Yeah, you also hear the bells.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's nice, I don't know.
Okay. The thing with the headphones, I'll talk to you like this. The thing with the headphones is that you're very close in person as well to the sound, and you hear it through the mic. So it always sounds a little bit worse when you listen to sounds through headphones. It's like, it's just the whole experience.
Now I'm just thinking, I hope I wasn't talking too loud now that I hear
No,
myself.
it's okay,
Oh,
because
okay.
we can adjust like the volume
Okay.
and everything. Like we'll be fine.
So my favorite trigger is tapping almost on anything.
Maybe you should take them out after the tapping, so that we stay on the same level.
Like speaking
Because
level.
yeah.
Yeah.
Great. And what is it that you're tapping on?
So this is an energy bar chime. Oh yeah, now I can talk a little louder. I got this from my mom. I got it from my mama. Like, she is also the one who gives me like
Half your
almost
blood.
50% of my of my instruments.
Shout out to mom.
Shout out to mom.
There's a lot of like, tonight I just want to thank Grammy.
My mom, my ancestors, and everybody who gave me trauma.
This is a shout out to my ex.
Well, my exes didn't give me trauma.
That's just you have a hair in your...
Yep. Okay. And it's connected to, like, I don't think, no, you can see it.
Yeah, we have to hide our eyes.
Oh. Oh my god, I feel like an influencer now.
Yes, this is why, because it has very good autofocus.
Oh my god.
So you have to...
That's amazing. Yeah. Now I see that it looks kind of dirty, but it's Venus energy, so loving, feminine energy.
There's such a theme here tonight.
Yeah. Like being off shoulder.
Yeah. With the lace. Like with the heart song you talked about.
Yeah.
With the cacao.
Yeah,
Whoever
exactly.
needs to hear this, like, there's love coming.
There's a song on my album which is called what is it called?
It's your album.
There's a song on there about love. I just got a brain fart, I'm sorry. Got a blackout.
I am person, name, blah blah blah.
Yeah, but
background story.
But I found I think I just cringed at myself for talking about my album again. That's why it happened. I just cringed. Got this out. De hele tijd daarover. Oké.
Oh my god, dit hoort er gewoon bij. Als je gewoon lang aan het praten bent, op een gegeven moment is het gewoon echt
cringe
van,
je dan.
shut up.
Ik weet niet of dit te hard... I don't know if it's gonna be too loud.
We'll
Yeah.
see.
Yeah, I'll put it back here.
See, your energy is just... It reminds me of the tone of the two ones at the end of the meditation.
Chinsa.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is it like the same? This is higher.
Well, it depends. If you have a smaller one, they are very high pitched. This one is very purely one tone,
Yeah.
and
And the
those
other ones-
tinshas have like different overtones,
Yeah.
which is really cool.
Yeah.
Like it's also what I experience with sound sometimes. On certain days, you're more receptive to
The
different
one.
tunes. No,
Mhm.
but also sometimes I hear the higher one, and I'm really focusing on that
Yeah.
like frequency, and sometimes I really feel like the lower
Mm-hmm.
vibrations of a thing.
What would you scale yourself right now?
Scale?
Scale, like the higher vibrations.
I think right now I'm speaking in a very low voice.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Because I can also...
It wasn't like this the whole time.
Wasn't it?
Maybe.
Hmm.
I don't remember.
Maybe-
Everything is just
maybe
brain
the
fart.
maybe the contrast between my and your voice is like, to me, like you're very high right now.
Really?
Or very
I'm
soft.
super high right now. I'm just
Did you?
so high right now.
Did you do truffles before we started?
I don't, guys, I don't know where we are.
I don't know who you are.
Where's the camera? Hey guys. The ASMR video.
Breaking fourth wall.
Yeah.
Is it fourth wall or sixth?
I think I always, there's no fourth wall, right? Because I'm always talking to camera.
Oh yeah.
But it's like when there's I love that in TV shows when you're like, they're talking and they're like,
Deadpool does this all the time. It cracks me up.
so good.
But sometimes I feel like I'm doing this to myself also.
You're doing something in your room and you're like to the camera.
Aren't you doing this sometimes? Like sometimes when I'm like on a date or something. I think I had this one time as well, like on a date I became very conscious of what I was saying and what I was doing, and I was just internally looking at myself like, girl, you're full of shit.
Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah. Yeah.
I get that.
Do I have more to show? Yeah. Well,
I feel like, wait, how long have we been? Okay, we've been at
Oh my
55 minutes. So I was thinking maybe we are getting a bit too energized.
Oh yeah.
To keep having the relaxed ASMR vibe.
I think so too, because we're really
Yapping.
Yeah, and
Yeah. So I think we need to just, and I don't know why I've been whispering more.
You have not been whispering more.
Okay.
Just sometimes.
Yeah, okay. Well, I think that we should just...
It's good. Cut it off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have anything else that you really want to say, share, do backflip or something?
I can't do that. I cannot.
Oh.
Don't put me out there.
Well, then we're gonna stop now.
Do I want to share anything?
Do you have like anything that you want to, like a message to viewers who are watching this
Hmm.
on their healing journeys? Because I know that a
Yeah.
lot of us are.
Mhm. Well, if you are, I think we are all on a healing journey, one way or another, in whichever phase of life you are. It's always, when you go on a journey, it's going to be a new one over and over, which is okay. That's what life is about. But just know that you're never alone. I think that's the most important thing. Because when I first started, like, spiritually awakening, I really felt so alone.
Mm-hmm.
And there's always community somewhere. There's always somebody to listen. And even if you cannot find them, like as a physical person, know that there's guidance around you always. And it's also inside of you. And I think that is like really soothing, knowing that you're never alone.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like, the lucky part is that the internet can provide a space for you to find that community.
Yeah.
And to find content about the things that you're interested in, and just realizing that through that content as well, like, it's evidence that you're not the only one who feels a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
And like, 'cause, I don't know,
Yeah, it's
it
like,
can just,
oh wow, I'm not crazy.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like even if you watch videos about someone talking about something, sometimes it can still kind of feel like you're alone, but like, know that that's a person sharing that experience as well. And like, keeping that in mind, like, someone out there in the world definitely relates to how you're feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Is going through an experience, got through that experience. Just let that be proof that you're not doing all this on your own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
All right. Thank you so much for
Thank
being
you.
here. I had so much fun. You can't really see, but we're in the living room, and we got rid of the salon, the coffee table and everything. Like, it was a whole vibe. It felt like a sleepover.
It was.
It was so cozy.
Kind of. Yeah, with
Yeah.
all this stuff around.
Yeah. And I hope that you guys enjoyed. Definitely check out Manona's album in the description box. I'll have all her stuff linked down below. I will gladly see you in my next video. I usually give my audience a forehead kiss. So I just kind of get closer to the microphone. So if you want to give them a little forehead